Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Nicolah. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I get my base flawless for the winter. Foundation, concealer, the whole nine. The first thing I do is moisturize my lips. I like using Blistex or Vaseline because they tend to heal or help speed up the process of healing cracked lips. Next, I'm going to grab my blurring primer from Cover FX. I really like this primer for the winter just because it helps to blur over the skin. So if you have large and ignorant pores like me, this will definitely look smooth for the winter. I did moisturize my face before applying my primer, so if you want to know what I used for moisturizer, make sure to check in the description box below. Unfortunately, I like to look matte year-round, so yeah. For foundation, I will be picking up my Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Foundation. Now, I did do an initial review on this foundation, so if you do want to see that, make sure to click in the ticker above. But I do love the formulation of this foundation, and when I filmed this video, I just came back from Guyana, so I had a little bit of an orange tint to me, so I thought this foundation would be best. To apply, I'm using a flat buffer brush. I find that this kind of buffering motion works best for me and making sure that my foundation stays put during the winter. My skin is also rougher in the winter and it's harder to blend things on top of it, so this brush definitely helps to get past my texturized winter skin. For concealer, I'm using the Sleek Contour Palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab that top middle color there to apply my first highlight color. I think it has the perfect yellow undertone that I love in a highlight concealer, and I usually don't like such thick and creamy concealers, but this is perfect to lock in moisture for the winter. I know many of you are asking, why am I so concerned about moisture if I have oily combination skin? But the truth is, you just don't want your natural oils to activate themselves, because they obviously do an excessive job, hence why you have oily skin. So you want to make sure that there is moisture on your skin so your own oil glands don't even turn on in the first place. And the fact that I use a matte base, I definitely don't want to over dry the parts of my skin that aren't oily as well. To blend all of this out, I'm using a densely packed angle blending brush. This one is from Crown. I personally like to use brushes to blend out this part of my face just because I feel like they do an amazeball job. I'm not going to blend out my concealer all the way. I'm only going to blend out the edges because I feel like this brush does a great job of making a good gradient between my foundation and my concealer. So I'm going to leave the center of that concealer part to stay and get tacky and maximize yellow and brightness. Now I'm going to dip back into the palette and I'm going to reach for the darkest shade in the palette. It's always the darkest shade. And I'm going to grab my F77 brush from Sigma and I'm going to use that to lightly contour my face. As you guys know, I don't like a deep contour, but I do like to add some shadow to my face, and I think this color does the trick. I do add some contour to the side of my nose, and then I go back in with the brush that I used to blend out my brow concealer, and I'm just bringing that contour up underneath my brow bone. To blend out the rest of that concealer that's been sitting in the corner of our eye, I'm gonna grab another angled blending brush, but this time I'm grabbing one that is less packed. The loosely packed nature of this brush tends to give a more airbrushed finish in the center, and I really like how that looks. Alright, so this is the finished product. This is how my base usually looks in the winter. Usually. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you appreciated this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. All right, guys, I don't want to be chatting too much. Until next time, peace. Everything we said will be gone out the window.